What is happening? One huge recommendation for beginners who are learning how to handstand is to strengthen or tighten your core. This is probably decent advice just in general. However, to imply you cannot do a handstand because your core is weak, I'm going to be bold and say that is rarely the case. Let's break down the strength requirements of the core during a handstand and see what's truly holding you back. So, you're upside down and having a hard time holding it there. You could be having a fair amount of issues. Most likely, you just need time to develop wrist durability, shoulder stability in a mobile position, and balance, as cliche as that sounds. However, you may get the recommendation to strengthen your core, which again, I'll disagree with 99% of the time. My buddy Bill from Climber Athlete is a pretty great resource for handstands in general. Check him out, his page is in the description below. One reason why this strengthen your core recommendation is given is because the assumption is if your posture is out of alignment, it's because you're not strong enough to realign it. When upside down, there's no force acting on you other than gravity, and gravity is pulling you down. In terms of strength, there's not too much difference between maintaining an upright posture in a handstand and maintaining upright posture standing straight up. Most, if not all, of us can adjust our core position when there's no resistance because, well, there's no resistance. You don't have to be strong enough to overcome anything. That's like saying you need to strengthen your calves because your toes aren't pointed. Just point your toes. To be fair, sometimes just aligning your core is different, as your core is a little bit more of a complex structure than your ankle joint. But if learning to align the core is the issue, strengthening it wouldn't be the answer. Coordinating it would be. That coordination usually comes with practice, but we'll get into that. Another reason why this recommendation is given is to readjust the posture alignment of your body when it's upside down through corrective exercise. There are postural positions called lordosis and kyphosis, which popular personal training organizations sometimes attribute to tight or overworked muscles in some places and weak and underutilized muscles in others. One postural alignment here that's applicable is lordosis, or an excessive curve in the lumbar spine. Most people call this the banana back. If this position is present, then the handstand will be more difficult to perform. But it's not impossible. The advised solution to this position is to strengthen the weak rectus abdominis and glute muscles and stretch the hip flexors and erector spinae muscles. Yet my issue with this, even though a lordotic handstand is probably more difficult, it's not the main thing holding anyone back. If you have this excessive curve in the lumbar spine standing up, you can consciously fix that and hold a position for a minute or two if you had to. If you can't, it's pretty severe, and then never mind. If fixing this banana posture is not easy to do when upside down, your shoulder position is influencing your core position. In that case, you need to fix the shoulder position, then reassess the core, not the other way around. In short, the shoulder position has a greater influence on your core position compared to the tight or weak muscles affecting it. The last reason why someone may recommend you strengthen your core is because they see a deficit in core coordination or lack of core awareness. In my opinion, this should just come with practice if all other points are adhered to. Again, lack of core awareness shouldn't be preventing you from balancing, and even if it did, core strengthening wouldn't teach you to stack your back better. Practice would. Keep in mind, your primary personal handstand roadblock may truly be lack of core strength or something similar. I cannot know for sure someone's unique barrier without assessing them individually. However, the solution for most beginners tends to be different than just strengthening your core, if that's a solution at all. The limiting factor of balancing on your hands tends to be the big three: wrist durability, shoulder stability in mobile positions, and novelty balance, which just comes down to practice. Keep in mind, there are some other tips and tricks that you can implement to get your first handstand, but I would first focus on these and work your way up the chain, as if you don't have these, you don't have a handstand. Let me know your thoughts on this and if you think the core plays more of a role given these points. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and good luck on this one. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.